Hi guys, I am going to give you 5 life-changing tips to conquer your love life in 2020. As you can see, I'm walking through my neighborhood in Paris, and I wanted to put together this video for you in my home here in Paris because I'm here with my family. And it's really important that I did this for you before you guys conquered your new year. And as you can see, it's really cold, but I wanted to put this together for you so bad. So walk with me and let's talk about some life-changing things that you will have to conquer in your love life in 2020. This video is so real. The person on the other side of the camera lens is my mom, so hopefully she's doing a good job here. So we're gonna get into the 5 life-changing tips. The most important thing that I guys want you to understand too in this is the fact that these are tips that I have learned throughout the years, but also that is apparent to me in 2019 and coaching as many people as I have. I've coached over thousands and thousands of people all over the world, and these are life-changing tips that I want you able to adapt to and fulfill in 2020 so you can get that relationship, better your relationship overall and your love life or whatever it is that you're trying to do. So let's get started. Tip number 1 is believe actions and not apologies. So many times we are wanting to believe someone's apologies because we might love them so much or we might want this relationship to work out. But in all actuality, we've got to remember that actions are the true verb of what love really is. Because a lot of times in life and in relationships and in dating and in coaching, what I've noticed is a lot of people want to believe someone's apologies because it's the easier route. And typically we have this plan. We have this plan to make this relationship work and this person's going to be with us forever. But yet we forget that relationships are also lessons in life. And if we don't show up for these lessons and we try to configure the lesson or try to build an expectation or try to control an outcome, we end up not learning. And that is the one key principle that I want to bring in for you for 2020 is to believe actions and not apologies, especially if it's something that's continuing and it's something that's reoccurring. And this is what's so important in toxic relationships, manipulative relationships, relationships that are on the verge of breakup. The only way that you're going to get this relationship back is if you desire to change and look at things from a new perspective. And this is why coaching is so significant. And this is one of the tips that is so important to bring into 2020. Come with me. Tip number 2 is don't fall in love with potential. We get into relationships hoping that someone will be a certain way, that someone will love us for us, that someone will listen, that someone will show up for us. And what we tend to do is we fall in love with the potential of them instead of who they are in that present moment, which helps us with awareness and really cultivating healthy relationships. Who wants to be in love with someone that doesn't see them, that doesn't want to be a part of their life, really? So a lot of times we get into relationships and we fall in love with the what if, the potential. What I talk about a lot, which is the reality versus story. Are you paying attention to the story that you've made up in your head, or are you really focusing on the reality of the moment of how this person is showing up for you? So tip number 2 again is don't fall in love with potential. Tip number 3 is believe in red flags. Red flags are literally the navigation to our relationships. When we pay attention to red flags, we start to understand the element of the person who is in front of us. A lot of times we get distracted by red flags and we don't pay attention to them because we're trying to fill a void of comfort. We don't want to be lonely anymore. We don't want to be forever alone, as some may think. But the difference between a healthy person and an unhealthy person paying attention to red flags is what we do is we don't stay with that person long enough to unravel those red flags. Here's the difference is no matter who you are, you're going to attract a healthy or an unhealthy person. The difference with qualifying or getting the love life ultimately that you want is really about making sure that you focus on the people that are showing up for you. So you get good at saying goodbye to the wrong ones and you get good at saying hello to the good ones. Tip number 4 is believe in your worth. A lot of times we go through life and we're trying to figure out what is our credibility. What are we worthy of? Like, who are we as people? And a lot of times when we don't believe in our worth, it's because we are comparing our existence to somebody else. But here's the thing, guys. No matter how beautiful someone's life may be or seem to you on social media, on different platforms, or whatever your friend or maybe even a coworker says how amazing their life and relationship is. The number one thing that you can't do is compare yourself, because this diminishes your self-worth. Self-worth is holding yourself with integrity to understand you are your own being and not comparing, he has this Ferrari, but I have this Honda. That stuff doesn't matter. What matters is your integrity on how you carry yourself, because this is what women are attracted to, especially if you're trying to get sustainable results in a relationship or better your life overall. Now, what I'm not saying is you can't define your self-worth by never giving into life and sitting on your couch and eating Cheetos and playing Nintendo games. It's just not going to happen. But you have to be fulfilled within and live with purpose and integrity. Everything in life requires work, and in order for us to show up, we need to put in that work. Oh, that's beautiful. So your self-worth is invaluable to what other people think, and your self-worth is really and truly about how you carry yourself as a person and how you feel in here. And last tip of them all, is don't lower your standards in order to make it easy for someone else. We're always trying to fit into somebody else's glove, but we never inspire ourselves to make someone fit within ours sometimes, or make compromises to make adjustments so they can fit in theirs and we can fit in ours. A lot of times when we don't have standards, we don't have the roadmap to our life, to our relationship. So this is something that I would encourage you in 2020 to live by, to breathe by, to work on if you want to eliminate toxic relationships and really get that love life or fulfillment even in your own life. Standards are the roadmap to your life. This is what teaches other people how to treat you, how to set your boundaries, and what values you need to attain in your life. So having standards really is sexy, and I talk about this all the time on how sexy this is to me when I started dating men back then when I was trying to find love. This is the number one thing I believe that stands out with women that I've been able to talk to with women in series of interviews. So finishing up, 2020 is going to be an amazing year for you, and I'm here to give you that. I just want to take a personal time to thank every single one of you guys, and this is why it was so important for me to do a video on my daily walk here at home. It's my second home. It's really where my partner's family lives, and I love it here in France. And I wanted to also be a little bit intimate with you as far as letting you into a piece of my life, which is really actually hard for me, believe it or not. I do want to thank every single one of you in 2019, because this has been a year that has brought me so much fulfillment. And because of you guys, I've been able to grow this channel, help so many people save their relationships. I have so many people save their own lives, basically. I get emails and testimonials from you guys every day. And I wish what I could do is just come out and just hug you guys personally through an email, but I can't. And it's hard with social media and things like that, because I'm an interactive person. If you've ever been to any of my boot camps, I give everybody almost a hug there, unless you don't want one. So it's really important that I wanted to do this video and just say thank you, and just remind you guys that you are the true and ultimate desire and driver of your life, and forgive yourself. You know, there's so many times in life that we tackle ourselves because of guilt, because of shame, because of things not working out, and comparing ourselves to where we should be because we're 40 years old and we're not married. But this is all what life is about. It's about learning and being okay with your own individuality, and then life starts working for you. Because what we start to do is we compare ourselves to what life or people tell us of what this whole facade of what it should be, and this is forever evolving, it's forever changing. So understanding that you literally come in this world alone, and you sometimes basically go out alone, as sad as that says, but the true master of life is understanding your oneness and being able to bring this into your personal relationships, your work relationships, your love relationships, and every relationship. And so I want to keep on inspiring you in 2020. Comment below with new videos that you want to see. I definitely want to help you guys in the personal development route and change your life more into an abundant man that you want to be, and really understand the true desires of what women want, because there's so much information out there that I've seen that is not real, and I'm here to cut it in half for you and get you guys results, because I know full-heartedly and so confidently that I get you guys results, because I see it every single day. it's life-changing because all I'm doing is being honest. It's the most easiest thing for me because I really know the mind of a woman, and I know men as well. So with that said, I wish you the best year in 2020. Thanks for following me here on this channel in 2019. I encourage you to continue the support. A lot of you always ask, how do I give back if I don't do a coaching session with you, Apollonia? It's not about doing coaching sessions. It's about really just taking in this information that I give you on my YouTube channel, my blogs, whatever, my podcast, and taking it and actually implementing it in your life. Because what I want for you to do is find happiness within everything in your life and live in abundance. That is the biggest reward that you can give me. And also share this video. Share my content with friends, families, people that need this, because we need to actually make this community thrive so we can make better people in this world today. Love you guys. And remember, you're always loved. Bye for now.